Hey guys, welcome to Glen. My name's Glenn. This is my vlog of my journey through cryptocurrency from start to finish. I've been doing this for might be 3 months now, and the response has been absolutely amazing from you guys on YouTube. I've had a lot of support, a lot of regular viewers, subscribers in a very short period of time, so thank you very much for that. If you're new to this channel and you fancy watching my journey as I go along, then please subscribe. There's a little subscribe button just here, or you can obviously go below and click subscribe and click the little bell so you get a notification when I upload a video. I haven't actually uploaded a video for about, what's it been now? I don't know, 5-6 days, and even though we've had this massive cryptocurrency crash, and I really wanted to report on it and give my thoughts, I actually, as you guys know, I've had a cold and a bit of a cough in my last few videos, which you could probably tell, but I actually developed into pneumonia. I only found out on Friday, so I've actually got an infection in my left lung, and I've been trying to get that cleared up, and as you can see, my voice is coming back, but I lost my voice for a couple of days, so it wouldn't have been very good videoing. Not that my videos are that good anyway, but without a voice they would have been even worse. So I thought I'd do a video tonight as I'm starting to feel a bit better, to give you guys my opinions of a lot has happened in a few days, and yeah, let's get into it. Let's just jump into it. So the market, Bitcoin, I think 2 videos that I've done ago, I actually put, oh, it's a good day for cryptocurrency, because Bitcoin looked like it was going straight up through the 11,000 mark, and it was about to hit 12,000, and it sort of went up quite quickly. So I actually said, oh, maybe it'll break past the 12,000 mark, and then from there it will sort of shoot up even more. But that was me being optimistic. What actually happened was it did get near that 12 grand, and then it went straight into the ground. It dropped down to, what was it, 7.5 grand, I think, which was yesterday. Even though I've been ill, obviously I've probably watched and read more in the last couple of days, because I've been laying in bed, than I've ever done before. So I've been doing loads of research, watching everything as it happens. You can see here that there was the dip that says 7.8 there, I think, is the bottom, and then it sort of crept back up, and it's been hovering around at 9,000 today, from what I can tell. Let's have a look. Price in US dollar, price in Bitcoin. Oh no, we want price in US dollar. Oh no, it's gone. So that's been obviously a big story itself, and it weren't just Bitcoin. I wish I reported on it as it happened, but all of these were down. Ethereum was obviously, it was hovering around 11,000. That was probably holding on to its value the best, because obviously that had quite a sudden jump up from 700 to sort of $1,200. It's dropped down to 950, which is still pretty good, but that was the lowest it had been. I think it even went down to 780 or something like that, which I thought, God, that's cheap, but it's crazy to think that, because that's the price it was only a few weeks ago. Ripple, I believe that went down to 70 cent at one point. Bitcoin Cash, that dropped below 1,000. All of them are down. If you check this website, or if you watch any other YouTubers, they would have reported on it. But yeah, everything was down like massive. Again, I've said this before a few times in my videos, the price of these cryptocurrencies at the moment don't really affect me. I had a few people message me actually, and they said, Glenn, what's your portfolio like, and what do you think of this crash? And all my money is tied up in Hashflare and Envian. So Hashflare, I receive the same amount of Bitcoin pretty much every day, bar whatever the maintenance fees are. Envian, the tokens are not on sale yet, so I don't know if they would have gone up or they haven't gone up or down, because they're not available on any exchange. So both my investments really are sort of immune to the price of Bitcoin going up and down. The only thing that obviously does affect me is that when I do make my minimum withdrawal from Hashflare, how much that minimum withdrawal is worth in British pounds at the time. So that's the only time it's really going to affect me. But by the looks of things, it's bouncing back up to where it was anyway. So if you was away for 2 days or the week, you know, for the weekend or something like that, you'd probably say, oh, what's it been like anyway? And they'd say, oh, it was mental, like, it crashed. And I was quite surprised actually with how much people jumped on this, because you got to expect anything that goes up in price so quickly and so suddenly, you've got to expect on the other side that it'll go down at some point. It has to. It can't just keep going up and up and up all the time. Saying that, obviously I was hoping that it would go up again. Obviously a lot of people make clickbait videos, but just everyone, you know, doing videos about, look, death of Bitcoin, is this the end, you know, time to cash out, the crash is coming. Everything was all doom and gloom on YouTube for the last couple of days, and I've been watching loads of it. You know, I've been laying in bed watching loads of it, and I'm like, why are people saying this? You know, like, why? How can you? I don't know how to put it. How can you? In what the reason that you would have got into Bitcoin is two reasons. One, because you believe in the technology that Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies offer to the whole world, like to any, you know, available to any person that has access to the internet. That hasn't changed. Nothing has changed in that crash or price increase. The other reason is you just want to make money quickly. Now, if you want to make money quickly and the price crashes, yeah, you are going to freak out. If you believe in the technology, then nothing changes. You know, like, to me, if Bitcoin was worth $5,000, I would still see it as a future way form of payment. It's still it's a code that's worth $5,000 still. To me, it's, I don't know. That's the, you know. What do you guys think? So the fact that all the people are saying, "Oh yeah, cash out now, it's the end," and all that. How can you, in one video, say cryptocurrency is definitely the future and I believe it, and then as soon as the price goes down, you're like, jump ship, quick, get rid of it, sell it all. You know, I thought it was quite amusing myself, but there you go. I'm in it for the long haul, and I believe that it is a future way of payment. Obviously, over Western countries and more developed countries, it will take longer because there'll be a lot more resilience against banks and governments that will push back against it, especially if someone's pockets are getting lighter along the way. There'll be a lot of resistance. But in other countries where they're already, like, obviously people mention a lot about Venezuela and I can't remember what the other one was, but a lot of Africa, they use mobile phone credit to send to each other, which is a bit like a cryptocurrency in itself. Countries like that, they can put their faith in this sort of system and know that, you know, there isn't a government behind it that's going to change their value and their, you know, how much they hold of it. So one day I believe all the countries will be like that, but we'll see. I could be completely wrong. I've been wrong about other things. So that's my thoughts on the crash. Doesn't really bother me too much. I'm in it for the long haul. If you do buy altcoins and stuff like that, and you're literally just buying them hoping they'll just pump in price, but obviously they've taken a massive dive now, then that's the risk you take, I suppose. I only like to invest in coins that I'm really sure about and that I think have a really good value. So that's my opinion. Let me know what you think. Comment down below. So, give you an update on my Hashflare account. Obviously, the last time I spoke to you guys was that video I did about a week ago. And I said that my account was 0.024, I believe, in that video. Now I'm up to 0.042. So I'm actually getting pretty close to the minimum withdrawal limit, which is 0.05. So I estimate in about 4 days, I'll be able to make my first withdrawal, and that's when I'll first bit of money I've earned from Bitcoin. I don't know whether to just maybe like get a little photo frame. You know, people put like their first dollar that they earn or their first £10 note they earn in their business. I don't know whether to get like a little frame. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe that's a bit cheesy, but really happy with Hashflare, still ticking along, earning Bitcoin every day from that. Got no issues with them at all, but obviously we'll see. I'm going to video the whole process of me withdrawing the money, transferring it into GDAX, and then I'm going to convert it into euros, and then I have to convert it into British pounds somehow, and then get that back onto my card. So I need to figure out the best ways of doing that. So if you know the answer to that, please comment down below, because I need the information in the next 4 days. Envying, obviously a lot of people message me. Sorry, bear with me. A lot of people messaged me and said, Glen, Envying tokens, what's going on? Mine are unlocked, mine are not locked. What's happening with yours? Why are they not on exchange yet? And again, I would like to reiterate this just so everyone's clear. I don't work for Envying. I'm not paid by them. I don't earn any bounty program, any referral program. I'm just a normal guy investing in something that I thought looked good. So I'm in the same boat as you guys. I check their Twitter every day. I check their Facebook every day. And I do check the website. Good news is I've gone onto the website, and normally there's a little symbol here that says locked. But now it's not locked, and I've got my Ethereum wallet address as being enabled, and my verification is successful. It says you're all done and verified. All future token purchases are automatically cleared. Your tokens will be enabled soon. So from my understanding, they're all ready to go, but obviously I'm just going to hold on to them. I believe they're in my Ethereum wallet address, so I need to figure out how to put them onto a ledger-nano S. But a lot of you have been commenting to me and saying, oh, mine are unlocked, mine are not locked, what should I do? Unfortunately, depending on how you paid for it, if you paid with Ethereum like I did, you should start seeing your tokens unlocked. So if you go to the Envying website and just log in with whatever username and password you set, you should be able to view them. If you paid by Bitcoin or credit card, they're saying obviously that will take a bit longer. Credit card in particular could take months, could take 6-7 months. So be prepared to be in it for the long haul if you have paid by a card. I checked their Twitter. They did do a video. Can't remember if I mentioned this in my last video, but they did do a video the other day just giving people an update, pretty much saying what I've just said. Tokens are going to be unlocked soon, and what they were saying is that they're the 6th most successful ICO of all time in terms of funds raised. They have a lot more investors as well, so they had a few like big investors, and I assume quite a lot of little investors. You know, people like me putting in sort of like 1,000 or, you know, even lower, 800, 500, 200. So that means there's a lot more people to verify. They were saying that a general ICO, like a one that's completed, would have anywhere between like 5 to 10,000 people investing in it, and that would be a successful ICO. But they've had 35,000, I believe, or something like that. They said people invested in it. So obviously they've got to go through, and they're saying that they want to try and be the most transparent and regulated ICO, so that in, say, 6 months or a year or 2 years' time, someone doesn't come back and say, right, you know, we're going to subpoena this, or we're going to audit you for this, or whatever, because you didn't do the process at the beginning right. We're going to take money away from you. And obviously, really, that's going to affect us as investors. So he said they want to do it all properly and take the extra time. That's what they've told us. They also said that soon there'll be an update on the MMUs. but we haven't seen that yet. They just same video they posted before the ICO started, where they had a group of people go there and actually visit the MMUs and try, like, not try them out, but you know, get to hands on with it. They've posted this on their Facebook and Twitter, so I don't really know what that's about, but that's where I'm at. Still waiting to hear, you know, when they're going to be on an exchange, if they're going to be on any other exchanges. Some some information that I've read that may help you. A lot of people are saying, look, when are we receiving our first payouts in dividends, and how long will it take to start receiving them? Now, what this conversation said, because this was a copy and pasted conversation that someone put on the Facebook group. I don't know if I'm going to find it in time, but I'll tell you roughly what it was. They basically had a conversation with someone who worked at Envian and said, when am I going to receive my first dividends? They said, depends on how many tokens you own. So if you own over 1,000 tokens, say like someone like me, because I do own over 1,000 tokens, you should start receiving dividend payouts fairly soon. And if you own less than that, it might take quite a long time to actually receive dividend payouts. So obviously the person said, why is that? And they said, well, if we're sending, you know, out everyone like 0.00001 of Ethereum to loads of different people, it might cost that in fees, transaction fees, to send that. So then there'd be absolutely no point doing it. So they're going to have like a minimum, bit like Hashflower, I suppose, like a minimum withdrawal. They're going to have like a minimum amount of Ethereum that they're going to send out to you. So if you haven't hit that, so say you only own 10 tokens, it might take you a long time. And they said in this conversation that could take anywhere between 6 months to a year. So for people that are smaller investors, you might not actually see anything from this mining operation for quite a while. But to be fair, that would be the same with any mining operation. You know, you got to think, if you bought a small GPU and, you know, plugged it in at home, you're not going to earn enough to cover you know, to transfer the Ethereum from NiceHash to, you know, your own wallet for quite a long time. If you bought a Genesis mining contract, you know, like a $100 contract, which I have, I mean, I bought mine Genesis mining contract. I can't be bothered to log in now, but I bought it when I first started. It was one of the first things I did, and I only did how much? One of you guys might be able to tell me actually in my old videos. $60, $100, something like that, and I'm receiving such a small amount of Ethereum that it keeps coming up not enough to cover the fees, you know, and that just keeps building up now. And then obviously one day it will be enough to be able to send it. So again, that's going to take me a long time, and I bought that about 3 months ago when I first started this cryptocurrency journey. So I haven't received a penny from Genesis Mining. So I suppose that's the same whatever mining operation you go for. You can't expect to put $200 into something and hope for, you know, $20 worth of Ethereum every week, because that would just be too easy, wouldn't it? So that's where I'm at with Envian. Bear in mind that obviously these, once you own these tokens, they're saying that pretty much until, you know, mining's obsolete, you're always going to be receiving these dividends. So they're going to have quite a high value later down the line, and especially if you need to have really 1,000 tokens at least, it's going to make it even more valuable, I suppose, each token, because instead of people being like, oh, do you know what, I'll just get 10, they're going to need 1,000 really to start receiving a decent amount of dividend payouts. So they're going to want, okay, I might as well get 100 this month, 100 next month. You know, it might make people buy more than they actually originally intended. So we'll see what happens with that once it hits the exchanges. So I hope I've cleared some questions or doubts that you might have. If not, comment down below and let me know what you think. Someone put on my YouTube saying what am I trying to say? On Ether Delta, Envian tokens are on sale there for $1.20. I had a look and I couldn't find them on there, so I don't know if that was just a glitch or they're just trying it out, or I don't know, but whatever it was, it's not there no more. So thank you for the heads up though. Something else I did want to talk about actually. So a lot of people saying about obviously Bitcoin crashing and the market going down, it's too volatile, you lose your money overnight and all that stuff. On my iPhone, it gave me sort of stocks and shares updates, and everything was down at the minute. FTSE 100, DAX, yeah, so they all seemed pretty down actually, not just cryptocurrency. So you can see on here actually, cryptocurrency is actually performing pretty well today compared to some of the other indexes. So I thought that was interesting. I thought maybe that could be a contributing factor towards a lot of people taking their money out of crypto if they're losing money in other places. Something else I wanted to go on to is, obviously we're talking about Envian and mining ICOs. There's a couple coming out now. Obviously I was looking into mining ICOs before, and there wasn't that many about really. There was Terra Miner and obviously Envian. I think that was about it. Today I found this one, Ice Rock Mining, and basically they're sort of doing a similar thing to Envian. They're basically saying that they've got a cheap power supply, but they're going to be based in the mountains, where it's always 12 degrees Celsius, which means it's going to be optimal temperature for miners. They're going to have a very low electricity cost, and they already own the building that it's going to be in, so there's no rent costs, very low electricity costs, no cooling costs. There you go, zero cooling costs actually. So I thought that was quite interesting. The only thing is, it doesn't seem to offer, I don't know, anything new or substantial, like nothing. What interested me with Envian was that they had this patented cooling system, and it was decentralized. It wasn't going to be just based in one location. But this obviously is going to be based in a mountain somewhere. I'm sure it says it here somewhere, but they're saying that you're going to get a 440% return on investment each year. That's massive. So if you put in $1,100 now, they're saying that you're going to be over income for the 10 years $24,000. Sounds a bit silly to me, but saying that, they could be right. But anyway, it was a really good read. They seem to have really good staff. It's got all their LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagrams, so you can check them all out. So I thought that was quite legit. These are the people that they've been working with or had press with. And then their partners, really, no big surprises. They're obviously going to use Antminer S9s. They're going to use Ant Pool as part of the pool. And they're going to use NiceHash as their software and get paid out on. So pretty much the same thing you can do at home, but they're just saying their electricity is cheaper and their rent's cheap and cooling's going to be cheaper. So that was one. And then today, a gentleman called Kevin Watson, he messaged me on Facebook saying, Glenn, what do you think about this one? So miner1.io. This is another ICO, and again they've got, I watched the video before I did this video and I was reading all their website, and I have to say there doesn't seem to be much in terms of substance. It's basically saying, oh, instead of mining at home, mine with us, and it's going to be more profitable. In this video there's no mention of the supply, who they're going to use, how much. It's just these people talking on a white screen. But again, they're doing the same thing. If you hold a token, you're going to receive monthly dividends, monthly payouts up to 13%. They've got low electricity costs. They're going to be based in Sweden, I believe it is. I don't know. To me, this one didn't stand out as much as Envian or the mountain one actually. Their roadmap. Oh yeah, this was it. They're giving you a debit card as well at the end of it, so you get a debit card, and that's where all your payments will go on to, I think. But I don't know. To me, it seems a bit not dodgy, but it seems like they have another agenda. The mining's just to hook you in, I think. It seems like they've got something else lined up. So I don't know. I'll have more of a read of that, and if I have some more funds, maybe I'll just put a small amount into it and see how I get on. So I think that's all the topics I wanted to talk about today, guys. Sorry if I've dragged on a bit. Yeah, again, I seem to say that in every video. Just for anyone who's left watching this video, if you are, you're probably interested in me and my channel, because a lot of you have been there from the beginning. We're at 640 subscribers now, which is fantastic. So I hope, obviously, we hit the 700 soon. Again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe below. And my channel, obviously YouTube set their goals for a channel to be considered a partner. Channel, let's see what I'm at. I haven't checked this actually for a little while. So that's gone up loads actually. My watch time has gone up 3,300 hours. So I need 700 hours worth more of watch time. But I also need 360 more subscribers. So which one will I hit first? Judging by that, I'm probably going to hit the 4,000 hours first, and then subscribers maybe a bit later. So really, I really need a bit of emphasis on subscribers, I suppose. But I'm not too far. If it'll happen, it'll happen. A lot of people said to me, Glenn, why don't you try Steam it? I set up an account. I tried uploading a video to it and it just kept crashing over and over again. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know if I was doing something wrong. And there seems to be like a lot of people doing videos about cryptocurrency on there, but then I suppose so is YouTube. So I don't know. I might give Steam it another try and see how I get on. But so far it hasn't been too good. I really like YouTube. I like how accessible it is to everyone. And obviously the more people I can get interacting with my videos, the better, because it helps me out, and hopefully it helps all you guys out as well. So I think that's everything I wanted to talk about today, guys. Obviously it's what is it? Is it a Saturday night? Yeah, it's a Saturday night now, so I doubt anything with Envian's going to happen tomorrow. It'll probably be, I would say, Monday, Tuesday. They'll have some news, so maybe I'll do a video then. Hopefully, if I feel better and I'm not in the hospital. I've been told by the doctors if I'm not better by Sunday, then I have to go to hospital, because pneumonia can turn into something quite serious if it affects both lungs. So I need to get better tonight and tomorrow. So fingers crossed. You might see a video from me Monday. You might never see a video from me again. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, thank you so much for all your support. I really appreciate it. I know I say this almost every video, but I really do. I can't thank you guys enough. I don't know what else to say without sounding too emotional or cheesy. something that I do really enjoy from this whole cryptocurrency. This is going to sound really stupid. I love these BitConnect music videos they're doing. BitConnect music. Oh no, I'll do remix. There's one on there. It made me laugh so much today. It might be that one. Oh no, it's this one. Some of these, if you get a chance, just watch them, because people have put in really good effort, not only to edit the sound, but like look all the graphics and everything. It's cracked me up, this did. This has cracked me up. Oh god, yeah, it's good. I love them BitConnect where they use. I absolutely love it. But anyway, that's me rambling on. Thank you so much for the support. I'll see you on the next video of BitGlen. See you later, guys. Bye.